If you wear good clothes, people will say, "Oh, he's a rich person. He's wearing a good clothes." If you wear simple clothes, people will say, "Hey, he's a poor person. He wears simple clothes," right? And if you speak for yourself, people will say, "She's an arrogant personality." And if you will not speak for yourself, people will say, "He's a coward person," right? And if you are not
Yeah.
doing anything in your life, if you are not doing anything in your life, people will say, "He is a sluggish person. He can't do anything in it." When people have to say every time, right?
Yes. Mhm.
When people have to say every time, and in every situation of your life, then why can't you take it in a constructive way? Let them say it now. That's their
Mhm.
job. Let them do it.
Let's start with your introduction. Tell me what is the inspiration behind starting your YouTube channel?
Okay. First of all, my name is Rekha Vani Sharma. I'm connecting you from the capital of India, Delhi. And as far as my education concerned, I'm BCom, BEd, and CTET qualified. I'm running a YouTube channel named English with RVS, where I'm growing and helping others to grow. Married, having twin baby. So that's the glimpse of my
Okay.
intro. And when it's come to, yes, when it's come to who inspired me to create my YouTube channel, then I would say, English language in today's era, we are boxed into to learn this language, right? So that era actually not, forced me to learn this language. My kids boxed me into learn this language because my both kids are good at this language, and they compelled this language on me. Mama, you have to learn this language. In that way, I have created my YouTube channel to polish my communication skill and broaden the horizon of this language. And 50% credit goes to my kid, and 50% credit goes to my dream, because I had the dream to work on my communication skill, but I was not getting the time. Every time it was getting shelved. So once I get the chance, I thought this is my time. Now I have to hit hard, right? So that's how I started my journey.
Okay, great to hear that. As your channel is about English language, right?
Mhm.
So, why do you think that it is very important in these days to learn English language?
Yeah, I would say it's I think everybody is aware about it that English is a global language, right?
Mhm.
And if we are learning this language, then many opportunities going to be unlocked in terms of your future. You will grow in your future, and on top of that, learning English, speaking in English, it is a mark of status. It is a mark of
Okay.
status. If you are speaking in English, that means you have high intellectual level, right? You are well educated person, right? So people
Yeah.
will get influenced by you because you are speaking in English like a fluent, like a native speaker, right? So people are just running after the English language. That's great, go for it, run after it, but not like a mad person. Don't
Yeah.
chase it, right? Learn, because English is very important to grow in this field, right? If you want to do something in your life to get the objective of your life, then learn English, speak in English, go for it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm learning this language. And on top of that, you need to understand that what is your destination English, right? If I talk about myself, my destination is my kid. I'm learning this language for my kids. I just wanted to prepare. I just want to give them a good ambience of English, although they are good at this language. Still, I wanted to learn just to portray myself as a good person, good speaker. I don't want to feel underconfident in front of them,
Yeah.
right? Because huge generation gap. A lot of water pass under the bridge. So I don't want them, I don't want to portray myself as zero. So that is my destination. So whenever you are learning this language, find out your destination. What is your destination in this language? Otherwise, my dear, you will be lost in the sauce.
I absolutely agree with you that, when we see somebody speaking really well English, we think that they might be intelligent or they might be very intellectual, but that's not a fact.
Mhm.
There are people who cannot speak well English, but then their mindset, their knowledge, their intelligence is way better than a person who can speak very fluent English. But then there is a
Mm.
wrong, perception that if somebody is speaking
Oh,
well,
yes.
then they're like very intellectual person.
Mhm.
So that is really a
Yes, yes.
wrong perception we have.
Yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I just wanted to say one thing through your channel, my dear viewers, if you are, measuring someone capability and intelligence by this language, then keep one thing in your brain. Americans can't speak Hindi very well. So take that privilege and give that privilege to yourself that you are learning this language, you are speaking in this language, and you are keeping your best foot forward to learn this language. Pat your back.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And it happens with a lot of people, they don't understand that we are learning. This is a new journey, and obviously, you are going to make mistakes initially. You cannot speak fluently, and uh, just because of fear of embarrassment they have, they are like they don't want to start. They don't want to start speaking in front of people. They're like, we'll make
Mhm.
mistake, and then maybe they will laugh at me, or because of that fear we don't even want to start. And until and
Mm.
unless we'll start speaking, I feel, is the most important thing in learning any
Yeah.
language, because that
Yes.
gives you practice. So that is very important. But people might read, they will read, and they will listen. But when it's about speaking English, they are like very, very underconfident. So
Mm.
that is the problem. From somewhere they have to start. So what do you think,
Mm.
like, how they can deal with that lack of confidence, and how they can overcome the fear of judgment and criticism?
See, the first thing is that, when you start the journey, suppose you are beginner, right? You are beginner at this language. You need to work on three aspect. One thing is train your brain, change your mindset. Because when you start your journey, you have to face social anxiety, restricted mindset. People will judge you. So train your brain that I'm learning this language and I have to face this, right? First thing, when you are beginner at this language. And second thing is why you are learning this language. Ask this question to yourself, why you are learning this language. When you get an answer, then start your journey. And third question, what do I do? I mean, do I need to take the help to learn this language? Should I connect with the spoken classes, or will I be managed to do it by my own? Right? If you are confident enough, then start your journey by your own, like I did. I start my journey by my own. I didn't take any classes. And if you are not confident enough, you are not able to, then go and connect with the people. There are multiple spoken classes, right? And to deal with the fear, you know, the first thing is, like I said, you have to work on your mindset. Just tell your brain that this is a part and parcel. It is a necessary thing. Whatever you will start in your life, it may be English, it may be any profession, you have to deal with such situation. You have to receive the criticism. So take the criticism in a constructive way instead of destructive way. When you will take it in a constructive way, that's how you will grow. If you will take it in a destructive way, you will demean your personality, your creator, and ruin your personality and growth as well. So
Yeah.
work for your mindset. Mindset पे काम कीजिए, वो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है. Because the problem start from here, not from here. Because first we ponder about it, right? Do I
Mm.
need to speak or not? Do I need to connect with
Yeah.
the people or not? That
Yes.
something is in your brain. So just
Mm.
train your brain first.
But that is the difficult part, just
Not difficult part. It is difficult part, not difficult part. You have to change your mindset. You
okay.
know, if you will think in that way, it is a difficult, it will always be difficult for you.
Mm.
If you will think that, no, it is not difficult, it is a cakewalk for me, I can do it, let them laugh. If I am a barrel of laugh, I'm so happy. At least I am making someone laugh, right? I'm happy
Yeah.
that someone is happy, someone is laughing at me, someone is cracking a joke. I'm so happy. Why don't you take it and did? I did the same thing. I received multiple flags. I received bad criticism in my life when I was learning this language.
Okay.
Yes. This is a part and parcel. It is a necessary thing. You will have to. Now, let me just give you the example here. Suppose you are starting cooking. You don't know the ABCD, how to cook food. You're
Yeah.
starting. What will happen? Will you able to cook the food in a jiffy?
No,
No.
no, no.
No, na. You will be underconfident. You will feel like in a dilemma situation. What should I do? Do I need to add salt or another spice in it? What do I do? You will be in the dilemma situation, right? So this is all I mean to say it. जब आप कुछ start करते हो, when you are starting something, this is a part and you have to face it. But if you face it in a positive way, if you take it in a constructive way, the life, the struggle will become easier for you. बहुत easier बन जाएगा.
Hmm.
Just keep reminding yourself, अरे अगर कोई बोल रहा है, let them say it. Let them say it because I am confident enough. I know I have to improve. Let me just give you one example here. If you wear a good clothes, if you wear good clothes, people will say, "Oh, he's a rich person. He's wearing a good clothes." If you wear simple clothes, people will say, "Hey, he's a poor person. He wears simple clothes," right? And if you speak for yourself, people will say, "She's an arrogant personality." And if you will not speak for yourself, people will say, "He's a coward person," right? And if you are not
Yeah.
doing anything in your life, if you are not doing anything in your life, people will say, "He is a sluggish person. He can't do anything in it." When people have to say every time, right?
Yes. Mhm.
When
Mhm.
people have to say every time, and in every situation of your life, then why can't you take it in a constructive way? Let them say it now. That's their
Mhm.
job. Let them do it. My job is I'm longing for my self development. That's my job. I have to
Mhm.
focus towards it. I know it is very difficult, easier said than done. But once you start doing it, once you take a step in it without assuming the result, trust me, it seems like cakewalk to everyone. That's my personal experience.
Okay. The way you're speaking right now, your English is so great, And
Oh my God.
I think that is a work you have done on yourself. Because as you're telling me, you were criticized initially a lot for this, and then now today I'm seeing you are so good, really, and that's really inspiring. Like I wonder like how your journey has been from learning like from initial stage to right now, like right where you are right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, whatever I'm narrating, that is my own experience. I don't want
Hmm.
to copy to others, I'm a person who go against the grain, right? It is very easy to copy someone, but it is very difficult to carry yourself what you have.
Hmm.
So carry yourself the way you are. Don't copy the others. Once you start carry yourself, you beam with proud. इतना proud आ जाएगा आपको. And you will understand yourself, deeply.
Absolutely. And self-reflection is also somewhere very important to learn anything, to do anything. You have to understand
Yes,
yourself, your emotions, everything.
yes. I cried a lot. Maybe रोई हूँ. I cried a lot. I was cursing
Okay.
myself. I've been asked a lot of questions but to myself why I'm learning this language. People are, giving me so much flex and giving a bad criticism. Despite of all bad criticism, I managed to break the glass of icing. So that should be the approach. Yes, I can do it. I can prove to myself, not to the other people, because I'm here for myself, not to the others. Ask
Yes.
this question. You are on this platform, right? You are on this planet. Why? There must be a purpose. There must be a reason, right? To prove yourself, not to the others,
Hmm.
right?
Correct.
Don't start comparison, because your comparison is nothing, because you're different personality, you are different, I'm different, your thought process is different, my thought process is different, right? तो उसको embrace कीजिए, accept it.
I always tell myself, ठीक है, you compare yourself with yourself only. Don't
हाँ
compare
yeah.
yourself with other people. Your journey has been different. You have started from maybe you started from level 1, but few people have been privileged and they started from level 2, 3. So
Yes.
there is no parameter to compare yourself. But still, even talking about English language, when I see somebody speaking very well in English, I feel like my English is not good. So that self doubt is there. I'm like, if somebody is normal, if the person is speaking like me, I'm able to manage. I'll speak properly. But then if somebody is very fluent, then I'm like, okay, they are very good, they are very great, and I'm not good at it. And then I start to get nervous. I feel like I feel underconfident. So this is very normal, and it is. I don't want to say difficult because you already said nothing is difficult. But then yeah, that's why I'm not saying difficult, but I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with that situation. Like whenever I see people doing very great, even in life, in their career, in terms of
Mhm.
job and all, their in terms of financial abilities, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing good. They are so great. So how to overcome that?
See, the first thing is that if you want to compare, like I said, that there is no comparison. No
Yes.
comparison because we all are different, right? If you want to compare yourself, then compare your time. At what time, at what situation you started your journey, now at what stage you are. That is your comparison. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. So
I
where
am
we have
saying
started.
you have, if you want to compare your journey, don't, first
Hmm.
of all, like I said, that there is no comparison, right? If you want to compare your journey, then compare when did I start, now I am at what stage. That is your comparison. रियल कंपैरिजन, कहाँ से आपने स्टार्ट किया, अब आप कहाँ पहुंच गए हो.
Correct.
That is your comparison. Your
Mhm.
comparison is not with other people, your comparison is with yourself. मैंने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, अब मैं यहाँ पे पहुंच गई हूँ. आई इम्प्रूव्ड अ लॉट, आई कंसिडरेबली इम्प्रूव्ड. दैट्स माय
Hmm.
कंपैरिजन. इस तरीके से सोचिए. ठीक है, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज थिंक लाइक दैट. मैं तो कंपेयर करती ही नहीं हूँ, सीरियसली बता रही हूँ. आई डोंट कंपेयर माई सेल्फ. Instead, I keep reminding myself, since slice bread means I am an incredible personality.
I want that positivity from you. I really want to know, like, how have you worked on yourself that you're so positive about yourself? Because I see people, they have so much negativity about themselves. They talk to themselves in such a negative way. I will not speak to somebody, like, I will not
Hmm.
talk to people rudely or like, I will not tell anyone, right? You are bad at this, you're bad at that. I cannot say that to another person. But when I speak to myself, I'm like, you're not good. You're doing this incorrectly, you are bad at this, you are not good enough, this and that. So when we are polite to other people, when we speak to them, why can't we polite to ourselves? Why we cannot kind to ourselves? So that's very
Because
important to understand.
this is human tendency. This is a human nature. We all have two type of a nature. One that we are showing, another is hidden one. That is cryptic one.
Okay.
आप मेरे सामने जैसे बैठे हो, the way you are sitting with me, that's your first nature, right? But I don't know inside you. आप अंदर से कैसे, that I don't know, you don't know inside me, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
ठीक है, we all have dual personality, understand this. First, that we are showing, another is cryptic, that we don't want to show to others, right? If I talk about myself, I'm a very positive, of course I'm very positive, very positive. I love to go like bright, bright eyes, bushy tail, like, full of being personality. But inside, I have a twin baby. I'm a tiger mom. I'm a very strict. I'm a, a stickler to punctuality. I plan my day.
Okay.
I'm a disciplined person. That is my another nature. If I'm not following my day-to-day routine, then I will go bonker. I feel very sad. Sad feel करती हूँ, but again, I know how to deal with the situation because I will not drag that situation. मैं आपको बार बार वही वही चीज बोल रही हूँ कि whenever we feel low, whenever we feel like hit by the low, we need not to drag that situation. हमें उस situation को drag नहीं करना होता है. We have to finish that situation as soon as possible. The sooner you realize I'm into that situation, I'm in that zone. So, okay, I'm giving you time. Hey, my dear, my brain, my soul, my body, I'm giving you time. I'm giving you 10-minute time. Do whatever you want to do it. Whatever the questions are, boiling in your brain, you can ask me. Because after 10 minutes, I am not going to listen you. Eventually, you have to create the stoppage. कहीं तो आपको stop लगाना ही पड़ेगा ना.
Correct. Yeah.
Understand this. तो यही मैं चीज लेके चलती हूँ. If you feel low, if you are comparing yourself, एक चीज हमेशा ध्यान में रखिए. Just keep one thing in your brain. I have to stop this. And I am the only person who can stop. Nobody can. कोई stop नहीं कर पाएगा. See, if you are feeling low, right? आपके your dad is coming, your mother is coming to console you. You will not be consoled until and unless you will accept this. जब तक आप उसे एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे तब तक आप फ्रेश नहीं फील हो पाएंगे ना. तो मेरे कहने का मतलब है, यू आर द ओनली वन हु नो योर पर्सनैलिटी इनसाइड आउट, राइट?
Mm.
Give time to your brain, your subconscious mind and your brain. After 10 minutes, after 15 minutes, I will not be part of that zone, because I'm confident I have the capability to cope up this situation. I have the capability to deal with the situation. It is very difficult to train your brain. It is very difficult to
Yeah.
control your brain because brain is naughty. But कोशिश,
कोशिश करनी है.
nothing is daunting. Nothing is daunting. Nothing is rocket science, right? All you need to have to start great. Start कीजिए. Don't think about the result. Don't think about the nervousness, outcome. Just take an action towards it. बस और कुछ नहीं करना. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
I had read this in your description. I think it's drop by drop fill the ocean. This
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
this is I think you're talking about that you just take one
Yes.
step at a time, and then obviously you're going to get what you are like what your goals are, you're going to achieve that. So
Hmm.
is that the definition of
एक
this?
step. Yes, yes. Just take an action, right? आज 1 मिनट step लीजिए. Another day 2 minute, 3 minute. That's how you will increase it, right? एक step ही तो लेना है.
Correct.
Is it so difficult? I don't think so. Is it so difficult?
Yeah. Actually क्या होता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी हैव टू क्लाइम अ माउंटेन, तो हम ये नहीं
Hmm.
देखते कि हम फर्स्ट स्टेप यहाँ से कैसे स्टार्ट करेंगे. वी सी द पीक, ऊपर देखते हैं कि कैसे पहुंचेंगे वहां, और
Yeah.
वी गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड कि वो जर्नी कैसे कंप्लीट होगी. तो
So that's what I'm telling. That don't think about the outcome. Result मत सोचिए सबसे पहले. We always think about the result. अरे क्या होगा, क्या नहीं होगा, कर भी पाऊंगा, कैसे होगा. We doubting
हाँ.
ourselves. Don't think
हाँ.
about the result. Don't think about the outcome. Just think about the step. इधर से उधर नहीं देखना हमने.
हाँ. और गलती वही करते हैं हम कि हम बस नीचे खड़े होके ऊपर देखते हैं कि यार ये तो बहुत लंबी जर्नी है, हम कैसे जाएंगे वहां तक, कैसे पहुंचेंगे. और फिर हम उसकी वजह से वी डोंट टेक फर्स्ट स्टेप ओनली, एंड वी आर स्टक एट दिस प्लेस ऑन द बॉटम. तो वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है कि कहीं से तो स्टार्ट करो, आप कहीं से एक स्टेप तो लो, एंड देन जो वो जर्नी होती है ना यहाँ से वो पीक तक की, हम
हम्म.
लोग खुद ही रास्ते में भी फिगर आउट एवरीथिंग कि क्या
हम्म.
सिचुएशंस आएंगी, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी, एंड देन आई एम नॉट श्योर, लेकिन आर माइंड ना वर्क्स इन दैट वे. व्हेन वी फेस विथ
हम्म.
समथिंग ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम, अपने आप अपना दिमाग काम करने लगता है कि एंड देन वी फिगर आउट कि अब क्या करना है, अब नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगा.
हम्म.
लेकिन अगर आप नीचे खड़े हो और आपको स्टार्ट ही नहीं करना है, एंड देन यू आर स्कैर्ड, यू आर ओवरवेल्म्ड, तो कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला है. फिर आप स्टार्ट ही नहीं करोगे तो
Yes, yes,
पहुंचोगे कहाँ वहां.
yes, yes. That's what I just want to do. Conclude this conversation by a beautiful quote I read. I think day before yesterday I read it. One person asked to the gardener. One person asked to the gardener, "Your all plants grew beautifully. What did you do? What is the reason behind it?" The gardener smiled and said, "I did nothing. I didn't impose anything. I just removed the unwanted things and let them grow."
Wow.
So just remove unwanted things instead of focusing towards outcome and the result. Unwanted चीजें
Yeah.
को हटाइए, right?
Yeah.
Impose मत कीजिए कोई चीज अपने ऊपर थोपिए मत. Don't take it as a burden. Take it as English is like a friend for me. In
Hmm.
that way, तो आप कर लोगे सब कुछ. Nothing is, like I said. मेरी डिक्शनरी में नहीं है ये वर्ड, सो आई विल नॉट से इट.
आज मैंने भी एक्चुअली आपसे सीखा कि आई शुड ऑल्सो रिमूव डिफिकल्ट वर्ड फ्रॉम माई डिक्शनरी. नथिंग इज डिफिकल्ट, नथिंग इज डिफिकल्ट.
तो मजा आएगा ना, यू विल सी दैट मजा व्हेन यू विल से ना, यू नो, if you will say me that ma'am, will you able to, fly an aeroplane, of course I will. कहो आप, you will ask me this question, maybe yes, क्यों नहीं, why not, just give me a training and I'll be. So
Wow.
just confidence रखिए in that way, I mean कि I can do it, right. ठीक है, थोड़ा झुक झुक के करेंगे, रुक रुक के करेंगे, but I can do it.
Yeah,
And thank
absolutely.
you.
So much for joining this call. I really enjoyed this conversation. I had a great time
Okay.
talking to you.